What's up, guys? Your boy Erkulez here. We're going to be going over the Ragnarok Online 3 War of Emperium footage that just dropped today. I am one of the 4 official English creators for this game, which is a really big deal to me. Little Fatty GG, Brett, your boy Erkulez, and Evan are the 3 creators. Well, 4 creators. Evan used to be a content creator. I've spoken to him. No longer a creator, but was voted in by the community. So super popular within the Ragnarok Online community. The one thing that's amazing about this game is that as of right now, all the creators are really cool with each other. So Little Fatty runs a guild called Dynasty, which during the alpha test of the game won the guild league, like pretty much the big bad dogs on the yard. Brett and me are also in Dynasty. So 3 out of the 4 creators are in the same guild. I reached out to Evan, which I didn't know. Really nice person. Said that he was excited to play together and all that. And I'm also excited to work with the creators for this game. It's a really, really nice environment. For those of you that follow some of my content on other games, you know that some MMORPGs have a lot of drama with their creators and they're kind of constantly beefing. So it's really nice that we're walking into this game with an environment that is so nice. Everybody works together well. Everyone always helps each other out. Fatty's always hit me up. He sent me the link to this video. I am a creator for this game, and I was able to play the alpha test because Fatty got me a key, and he's always messaging me and helping me out, like, hey, you know, react to this, brother, and stuff like that. Cleaning up after a lot of my mistakes because I'm not as polished of a creator as some of the others are. That being said, I'm super excited about this, and go follow the boys on their socials. Little Fatty GG on Twitch and YouTube, makes great content, also plays some of the other MMOs that I play. But we're going to get right into it, and I'm going to give you guys my honest review on this portion of the game. On my channel, you can find some of the other videos. Let me just hit play here 1 second so that we have something on screen and you guys are not just watching a black screen. But super excited. The guild versus guild was a lot different than it was in the original Ragnarok Online 1. The graphics have been remastered. A lot of the systems are being reworked. So it's really exciting. This is an MMO that I love. This was my favorite MMORPG forever. It's my favorite IP as far as MMOs go. And a lot of that has to do with the sense of community in this game, the systems that are built into the game to ensure that players interact and everyone's always kind of hanging out in town, chatting with each other. It's an amazing social game, and it's really, really fun gameplay. This is going to be a first look at War of Emperium, one of the multiple guild versus guild formats that they're going to have. And they've revolutionized the way that they do guild versus guild content, I think, to acclimate it a little bit more to other MMOs and what general MMO players are used to. But we're going to go ahead and get into this and see what it's all about. I'm going to give you guys my honest review on this stuff. And thank you, Riv. Yeah, this is a big deal, man. If this game launches and does super well, being an official creator is going to be absolutely amazing. So as we can see, it already looks like a crazy scene, a lot of stuff going on. Let's see what this is about. And to give you a little bit of background, the way it normally works is in a castle siege format. This shiny yellow rock is what's called the Emperium. And the way that you take over the castle, at least the way it worked in Ragnarok Online 1, the original of the game, is when you break this crystal, then it teleports everyone that is not in your guild out of the castle. And they have to come all the way to the castle from town. And then they have to go through the several layers of the castle and kind of try to make it to the last room, the deepest room in the castle where the Emperium lies. And there is often guilds that are heavily guarding it like this. And it turns out that it's really, really fun the way they do it. It's an all-out war. I'm not sure what systems they have in play here. I'm not going to comment too much on the OG systems because I want to see what they have and what has been transferred over. Like, for example, the actual Emperium room has been transferred over from the original game. So that nostalgia immediately hits for us Ragnarok Online players that know and love this kind of format of guild versus guild. But there's all these corridors and rooms and portals that you have to go through to teleport to the next section of the castle. And it is up to the defending guild to figure out what classes they want to position where. So they'll position archers or wizards somewhere to run deterrence or freeze people as they come in, and so, yada, yada. Their composition fully depends on how they want to do things. I'm not sure if they are limiting the amount of people that can participate in guild versus guild or in a castle siege at one time. But as I remember it, it wasn't a thing they did in the past. So depending on how large your guild was or how many members your guild could hold, is how many people would be able to show up to this, essentially. This is already really good. This is awesome. You just rolling up with the boys, you know, full squatted, rolling in, you know, you have a bunch of royal guards and all the classes and stuff, just Griffin riding in, like the whole cavalry. There seems to be a rune knight over here leading the charge on the dragon. This is going to be exciting.
Up to the wall, let's move. Not much time left. Get to your spots.
All right, this is really interesting. So it seems like there's high ground archer spots the same way that there was in the old game. But if you go back right here, it looks like they have a start zone that you come out of. And that's really interesting because it normally wasn't that way. And I know that there's like a start zone in some of their other content. So this is nice where it's like you start here and then you go. The minimap looks very different. I don't know what these things are. Another thing that they've been incorporating in row 3 that we got to see during the alpha test is that they added boss objectives where your team needs to go take down a boss. The boss drops a flag or an item. And if you're able to take that to a certain location without being killed, then you get a certain amount of points. That's how the GVG was. And those boss battles really turn the tide on who wins or loses. I don't know why there's a random orc hero here. And yep, it is the same way because they are sitting on a boss. So I guess these little demon horns are the bosses that are up. And I'm going to assume that the skulls are the bosses that have been downed. Another thing that they added, so these bosses like the orc hero, this is called an MVP, right? And they spawn at a certain map at a certain location on cycle, right? So they'll spawn every 2 hours or something. And then you pretty much hunt them for super strong weapons and cards and things like that in the game. And what I've seen in the past, you know, without obviously playing on private servers and things like that is looked down upon. But I will give Ragnarok Online 3 development teams and creators their flowers that are very well deserved because they've done something unique that, for example, World of Warcraft hasn't exactly done. It took them a really long time to do it. And obviously there's still the massive lawsuits and things like that we all know coming from Blizzard Entertainment. But they are not bashing or penalizing their players for having played private servers and played altered or tweaked versions of the game. And they are more looking at it from the perspective of what worked there. What did you enjoy there so that we can review it and implement it into the actual game, which I think is an extremely effective strategy in creating a game that people will love and enjoy. If they allow a large community to create things that are really fun and really efficient in games, and then they take that and they implement it to the actual game that they're working on right now that's in development, I think that that is an amazing way to carry out making a great game. And I honestly think when this game launches, it will deter a lot of people from playing private servers because they're listening to the community. Everything is being tested by people that played the game. It's being developed with input from the community the whole way through. So I think that the product that they're going to release is going to be really amazing. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a separate video. But For right now, it looks really cool. And I'm excited about it. This looks interesting.
Not much time left. Get to your spots. Okay, on standby. Get ready to launch together.
What is this?
Arcano's ready. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Interesting. This is really cool. So this is very nostalgic and reminiscent of OG Ragnarok Online, where the red team is defending the castle and the blue team is kind of spawning in or trying to zerg the castle. And it looks like they added something that I have never seen before. And they added like ballistas or some kind of artillery equipment that could be used to damage or deter or slow down the invasion. And then everyone that can use range is up here on the high wall. This is really cool because it gives it like a realistic castle siege mechanic. I have inputs on this, but I want to watch the full video before I really give my inputs.
RG, shield up, rush to the gate, push, push, push.
Dual perspective.
Go with the ramp, don't rush, stay tight.
Jump, 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 fight them, fight them.
Oh, no way, dude. They added stairs so that you could climb them and attack them. This is literally like the show Vikings, you know? Or like historical castle sieges by any of history's conquerors who have tried to take cities or castles. This is really cool. And you can see the team jumping down to engage them directly because they know they're about to get climbed. This is going to be really, really difficult shot calling, I think. Little Fatty does an amazing job with Dynasty shot calling, and I think that he's going to thrive here, but this is going to be very stimulating. And a lot of inputs, a lot of things going on, a lot of places to defend, attack, deter at the same time. This is kind of exciting.
Okay, ladders ready. Group up the ladders now. Take them.
Dude, this is intense. This is a very short video with so much revealed. It looks like they have a spike that they can use to break down doors. This is something that has been seen in other MMORPGs. I think that the best way to make phenomenal MMORPGs is to see what has really worked, what has fundamentally worked for other games. And without mentioning other specific MMOs, I've played some that are in this way. But it looks like you get to break down the wall. You get to climb the wall. There's different entry points that you could use. And this is going to make for a very dynamic battlefield, because if you break the door, they're going to want to all jump on the door and protect the door. And if they split their forces that way, then somebody's going to climb the wall and they're going to have multiple entry points. And at some point, they're going to have to retreat deeper into the castle. I think the guild versus guild content is going to be intense. And it's going to be really difficult to get into one of these guilds that's really at the top of the game and controlling some of these castles. There isn't just one castle, by the way. There are several castles. So it's going to be insane. I think it's going to be a really good guild versus guild content.
Up the ladders now. Take the wall. Take the wall. Cannons get set.
Oh my God! I called it! This is so crazy. This is going to be amazing.
To their cannons. Okay. Main group. Keep pushing. Push, push, push.
Take the wall, take the wall. Hold the high ground. Don't give them a chance.
Yeah! Okay, gates.
Oh man. And some of the communities that really love some of the other games we play are going to love this. I absolutely love that you hear an Asian accented voice in the back. I said voice. Because it's like, you hear it in the background, like, take the wall, take the wall. This is so awesome, dude. So I think that this carries the spirit of a Korean game. And a lot of the people that follow the creators for this game are also following them because of other Korean made games. So I think it's going to be right up the alley. I think that they picked really good creators for this game because me and Fatty are known to also play some other Korean games. So I think it meshes and blends over well. And if you enjoy the type of games that come out of Korea versus the type of games that come out of the US, I think you're really going to enjoy this game.
Down!
Get down in. Game is over.
Everyone, go to the respawn point!
Dude, this is so exciting.
Push, push, push!
Let the Raven.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Look at this. They're getting shot by ballistas, AoE, spells. This is madness, dude. This is PC melting, but I don't think the requirements are that high. This feels awesome.
Cannons, aim at one target, one! Too much cannon fire here. Assassins to their cannons, to their cannons!
Cannons get set!
All cannons ready. 3, 2, 1.
And I really like that right here. They added like, you know, everyone loves playing assassin class because they use this skill right here, backslide, to move a little faster. And whenever there were these sieges, what people would do is take an assassin class and they had to run in this direction, right? Like let's say they had to run north. They would quickly face south, turn around and spam their backslide to kind of make distance in that direction faster than walking speed. And I like that they added that, and assassins would do that in classic Ragnarok Online, where they would use that to gap a distance and then they would cloak or go invisible and then move around in stealth. And the fact that they showcase little things like that really speaks to the original Ragnarok Online community, because it's super nostalgic for us. And even though the graphics are remastered and the castles look way better and everything looks super different, it's really interesting that they chose to do this. And it's so crazy that this entire, like, group 1 and 2 is 10 assassins. It's like a group full of assassins, almost like they sent in the kill squad to go and stealth in and overtake a certain zone of the castle. And this is really awesome because that's what this game is all about. Strategic dominance through guild versus guild content. So this is really interesting.
Cannons get set!
All cannons ready. 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going. Hold on. Oh man, I'm going through it right now. I'm sorry. Look at this. Look at this. It's literally a bunch of assassins. These two guys aren't cloaked, but it seems like there's only 2 guys walking up here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there's a bunch of people in stealth that you don't see that are just gonna pop up on you and absolutely decimate your forces right there.
2, 1. Go, go, go.
Cannons, now!
And that's exactly what they did, man. It's hard to review this. I wish it would have been longer. Look at that. They backslid up here, they cloaked out, they came in, and they absolutely wiped these guys that were right here instantly. I love this bird's eye view. Look at how big the guild versus guild content is here. This is insane, dude. This is huge guild versus guild content. Like the clashing, and then I don't know how it's played, but I'm assuming that the way they're doing it isn't the way that it was traditionally done, because it doesn't look like they're attacking a castle to try and break the Emperium and tele everyone out. It looks like it's more centered around which side can dominate and achieve the end goal of the other side first. But I could be wrong. The map is also absolutely massive, because if you look at the mini map here, it keeps going north and it keeps going south. This is a huge map.
Push, push, push!
Go, go, go!
Alright, assassin, keep working!
Yes.
Main group, keep pushing!
Wait, watch out! We split in 2!
Red cannon sounded.
Okay, this is nice. So they're showcasing the chaos that's happening. As you can see right here, center boss is at a quarter HP. They're about to down this boss for whatever point system they're using. And they're showing you different perspectives, that while your group is attacking a boss or defending a point or flanking a point, there's almost like these mini battles happening everywhere. And the shot caller has to control multiple groups of people fighting on different fronts. This is legitimate war shot calling. This is wild.
Cannon's gone.
No, we can't get it. No much time left.
Oh no.
We still have a chance. Let's get the mech now.
Okay, this is interesting. So in Ragnarok Online 1, these things existed, but they were pretty much like AI, you know, they were NPCs. Once you took a castle, in order to defend the castle, you could invest money into the castle to hire like guardians to protect the castle, and they would fight people that would try to invade the castle and help you, and they would hit really hard. But it seems like they introduced it in a way that you can pilot the steel mech and you can jump in and walk around in this Pacific Rim-esque Gundam suit and start clobbering people. This is pretty cool.
Okay, follow me. Follow me.
And they're protecting it. Let's go, dude.
Showdown, baby.
No way, dude. Yo. Homie just went in there and just blah, 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 jumped and slammed. This is crazy work, dude.
Guys, this is the final.
I love the foreshadowing. I love that, like, amongst the chaos, it shows you that somewhere in the castle, there is an entire room of assassins lying in wait. They were just hanging out there. They were just hanging out. Did you guys see that? Look at this.
All right, guys.
It was a little bit more back. Look at this. Look at this. There's all this chaos happening, and right here in this little room, there is an entire room full of assassins. And I don't think there's anything worse than walking into a room and thinking that you're about to eat, and out of nowhere, all these people unstealth on you and just start decimating your troops. This is crazy, and I love it because this is exactly what it was like in Ragnarok Online, the first iteration of the game, where a lot of guilds would implement a strategy where they would deter you from reaching the Emperium room and cracking the Emperium as much as they could with a lot of forces. And a lot of your people would die along the way. And if you made it into that room, that was the final boss. Literally, they would have the most geared, sweatiest PvP players as a last-ditch effort, just protecting the Emperium. So when you go through all of this and you finally make it into that room, you would often be faced with a scenario like this, where there's a lot of powerful people waiting to just last line of defense, kill everybody. So this is exciting that they added this.
Alright guys, this is the final push. Everyone into the chamber now. Alright, main group push to the front. And the assassins make to the back. Take the back door.
Assassins, get close to the Emperium. Ready?
And I like that they're shot calling for assassins. And then this is much easier than having it set up where you have random people in different groups. Like, I can't speak to guild versus guild dominance because I never did it on a competitive scale like this. My first kind of try at it was the alpha test with Dynasty and Little Fatty. And the way our guild split it up, which worked because we dominated a lot of the other guilds, and maybe it's a more effective way of doing it, but we would have groups set up where there'd be like a healer in every group. Like there were specific classes in every group, but it makes it a little bit more difficult for shot calling. And it looks like they split it up here where they had like entire assassin frag groups where they would call a certain class out and command a task of them. And they knew, these two groups know, like when they call for your class to do the thing, you just go straight in there. I feel like it makes shot calling a little bit easier, but whether or not it'll be effective in the long run, to be determined. We'll see what the meta seems to be once these things start to come out and these wars start to happen, what groups are most successful. And there's going to be a lot of VOD reviews and things like that. One thing that our guild did a lot is VOD review other guilds when we played with or against them to kind of see what their strategy was going in, because a lot of guilds had creators within them. So you could go back and kind of see how you won or how they played it or how the shot calling was going, and then kind of, you know, run intelligence and counter strategy against them, utilizing what information you could gain from their VODs. So this is really cool.
To summon the group.
Oh, the Emperium room. Yes, dude. Oh my gosh. Of course, the guild master has to be an assassin, dude. They have a massive guild recall skill, and the assassin made it to the Emperium room as the guild master, unstealthed, and AoE guild recalled his entire guild. And then suddenly the whole guild is at the Emperium room trying to smash this thing. This was such a sweet play, dude. And it's so much nicer, man, because back in the day, you'd be attacking this Emperium, and the Emperium is holy property, so you'd use, you know, like shadow property things to do more damage to it, and you use certain cards for the size of mob that the Emperium was. Like, there's a bunch of builds. This is a very intricate game when it comes to builds and things like that, to do more damage to it, but you were kind of just guessing, and you never really knew how close you were to breaking this thing until it actually broke. But quality of life updates, like having an actual HP bar at the top of the screen here for the Emperium, so you know how close you are, is really, really cool.
I need more.
Oh, it's going to give a little bit of the 5-player dungeon too. Wow, this is nice. They added some more previews here. This is like a little bonus. I'm excited about this. And something that's really cool about this is that oftentimes people don't realize that in MMORPGs and in some of the other games that I stream, a lot of my chat is always talking about how massive improvements to the game could be made with little things. It's the little things. It's perfecting the little things that gives you a beautiful end product. And just the little changes that they've made have made this much better. And the fact that they're constantly working on this and trying to update and make more changes to things is really exciting to see. It's very much a community-driven game right now, even in its very early developmental stages. So I think that they're doing a lot of things right, and I think that they're going to have a smashing success on their hands. And this is kind of like, they've gone in the direction that a lot of other games have gone in making really fun and engaging boss fights. And as you see here, and as we saw from the alpha test, there seem to be a lot of boss mechanics within dungeons that you have to kind of clear. And in order for you to win the thing, it involves, just like a lot of other MMOs, being at the right place at the right time and moving and bobbing and weaving and just kind of dodging certain attacks. And if your healers miss those mechanics and they die, then everyone's going to die. So they've integrated a lot of those aspects that people enjoy from other MMORPGs to this game, which is really nice that they're innovating. And I know that the community wants a row clone, but like a row 1 clone for row 3. But I think they've done a really good job at creating something that is more than just what that used to be. They've expanded on mechanics, on skills, on things for guild versus guild, for beating bosses, and made them more complex, made them more exciting, and more group focused, where everyone needs to learn their role and do the right thing at the right time. This is very much a community game. This is a social game, which I really enjoy. Look at that. That looks amazing. Bro. 100? There's no way, dude. They have a 100-player dungeon. There's no way, dude. They have a 100-player dungeon. I've never seen anything like this in any other game at this large of a scale. Like, I've seen world bosses, but those are usually taken down by large raids. But like, I've never seen any game implement anything over like a 40-man raid. This is crazy work. The fact that there is a 100-player boss fight. This is insane. That's amazing. That was really cool, dude. I think that was super awesome. The fact that they have like, the fact that they even said that, you know, that they said that this game's awesome already and we love, you know, to share it with you, but we want to make it even better. They're really, really harping on making this game really, really good and polished before it's available for everyone to play. Before they hit that beta phase, the game will be polished. And other games, and I'm not going to mention them in this video because I want this to be a product for them and I want this to be about Ragnarok Online 3. But we all know across the board, whether it's MMORPGs, whether it's first-person shooters, we are all aware of games that have flopped on the alpha test or the beta test or the first user experience. I really, really think that that will not be the case for this game. They're being so strict in polishing things and making sure that everything works as it should and bug fixing and having a limited amount of people test this game that when it's finally released, I think that people are really going to enjoy whatever fully open beta they do for it, or if they just decide to release it once the testers have gotten it to the point where they want it. And everyone's going to be happy with the experience. It's not going to be buggy. It's not going to be glitchy. It's not going to be laggy. I think that it's going to be a get on, make your character, start playing, and just absolutely enjoy the gaming experience for it. So I'm super excited about it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm stoked. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game, and I can't wait to try it out with you guys. I can't wait to test it. And another thing, a lot of these tests have been held offline. A lot of you guys are wondering, you know, if we're on the official creator teams, how come we haven't been putting out a lot of information about it? We haven't done all of this. A lot of it has been hush hush. And sadly for us American creators, this is being done on the Asia side. And these events that happened here are testing that has been done offline and has only been extended to Korea and other Asian nations that are neighboring, where people can come in and have online testing of certain systems or mechanics or things. So us as American creators have not been able to participate in anything like this, which is a huge bummer, but I understand where they're coming from. And ultimately it's their product and they decide and they will choose how they want to carry things out. So we rely on everyone making the content, testing the game, doing the thing, and then seeing a video like this and kind of seeing, you know, what direction it's taking, what it looks like. Like I said, everything's been really hush hush. They don't want any of these things being streamed. They don't want any of these things leaking out or getting out before they officially put this out. And I'm pretty sure everyone involved was not able to record this, was not able to stream this. So the first time the world is seeing it, they are seeing it through the marketing team or the press release team of Ragnarok Online 3. And the first view that we have of it is a very polished view. And I understand that. It's too many people involved in this endeavor right here to really do this at at any level where nothing leaks, and even if they had like people sign NDAs or anything like that, not stream it, not record it, not do anything, we know that humanity is curious and people like to seize opportunity and something would leak. They have been really, really good about not letting anything leak. And I am so curious as to how they pulled this off. Like, was everyone involved, provided computers to test this on? How did this work? Did they make sure that nobody had phones on them? Did they have like a phone bin? Like, hey, everybody's got to drop their phone, kind of like, you know, top secret projects for those that have ever had like a security clearance with the government or anything. Some areas or spaces are restricted where you can't have cell phones, you can't have smartwatches, you can't have smart devices, because what is being viewed needs to stay secure. So they have done a phenomenal job at bottling things. The only gripe that I have with it is that American creators feel really left out. We kind of feel like, man, everyone else that's on the creator team gets to have all this fun and is trying all these things and is experiencing this stuff, but we get to see it when everyone else gets to see it. Almost like we're a part of the team, but we really don't feel like we're a part of the team. And we haven't really had our meeting yet where, you know, we get with them and they get our feedback on things. But hopefully they see this video and they see how excited we are about it and how eager we are to play. And they devise a way for us to be able to get on and to play and to be a part of all of this with everyone else. Because we feel like the redheaded stepchildren right now that are kind of left out. But hopefully they drop another alpha test and we can experience this part of the game. But what I'm most excited about is starting from level 1, creating a class, seeing what the quest systems look like. And I understand that that's not available right now because it may not be ready just yet. The game is still very much in development currently and directions are shifting along the way, but I'm super excited about it. I think the game's going to be a smash. I'll 100% be playing it. And like I said, I'm one of 4 official American or, you know, English creators. So I'm stoked, man. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm excited about it. There's another game that, was requested that I review, so I'll be doing that as well. But check it out. Stay tuned with the channel, turn on post notifications, hit that like, hit that sub, and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about the game. Erkulez out. Love y'all, man.